What up? It's 92.9 WDUP, London's home of timeless hip hop and R&B. It's your boy Mike Mitch Ill, live with my man Marty A. Johnson checking in with us, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm live and direct. So what's up? What up, New London? Yeah. NLC 06320.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He got the new season of the Marty A. Johnson show about to debut March 1st. Talk about that and what can the listeners and viewers actually expect when it actually drops.
Absolutely. The new season of the Marty A. Johnson show is an all-star event. March the 1st. We're really just going to capitalize from last season. We're going to continue the journey. Last season was a tribute to the 90s. Everyone from the who's from the 90s, from Little Flip to Coolio, Karen White, Anthony Hamilton, and so many more. We're just going to continue that for the new season. But at the same time, we still like to showcase unsigned and up-and-coming artists.
Yeah.
And each week on the Marty A. Johnson show, we have a segment called Tap In, where artists can submit the material for free, and myself and the panel will critique it live on the show.
Gotcha.
We'll say, let it play, or you're gonna get the cut. Everyone is the next big thing. Everyone's recording. Everyone wants to be an artist. So what we always say, you can have a great record, but you got to have the whole package. But if you're not feeling someone's record, you can just call in and defend it.
So like, how freely do you speak to these people? Like, say it's a whack record, like it's just awful. Do you just tell them straight up it's trash? You know how everybody got an ego. Just tell them straight up it's trash.
Marty A. Johnson show is a top tier show.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna tell Coolio, who's a legend, his record's not good. If I'm gonna tell Anthony Hamilton, who's a legend, his record's not good, I'm gonna tell Pookie the same thing.
All right, when you told Anthony Hamilton and Coolio that, man, how did they take it?
They respect it.
They respect it. I hear that.
And then at the same time, you're on the show, they are defending their record and tell us, let it play. Let's get to this part. They're dissecting the whole record to us.
Yeah.
And I'll say, okay, let's give it another chance. And I'm like, okay, you sold me on it. Because typically, on our show, we're the same way as a label. I'm not gonna listen to a record for 4 minutes and 18 seconds. If it ain't hot in the first 30 seconds, hell, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Cut.
Hey, as far as like, you know, the unsigned people, like, did they take it real hard? Did they like really bark it? Do you get into like
all the time?
Exchange?
All the time.
Dang.
All the time.
Give me some details about some of the like the most heated back and forth you might have had. When you told somebody he's trash.
All right, first off, let me shout out one of my panelists. I'm gonna shout everyone out. First off, I'm gonna shout Lavelle. Lavelle, his tagline, which I love, send in your greatest, not your latest. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Send in your greatest, not your latest. Artists come on the show, they always want to send in their latest material. No, we want your greatest. If anyone is a real music connoisseur, whether it's hip hop, R&B, gospel, any type of music genre, good music has no expiration date.
Timeless.
Yeah, you can play Hold On from In Vogue. We know all the words. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. We know all the words. Ain't No Half Steppin'. Kane. We know all the words. Biggie, Juicy. We know all the words. Classic.
Yeah.
So we always say, send in your greatest.
Yeah, and I think just, and I piggyback off of that. I kind of deal with that on our end over here. Being on the radio, it's just like people send their latest record, and like they might have like their greatest record from like 2-3 years ago, but it's like it didn't drop nationally or even statewide, so it's like it's still new to everybody. So it's like send your greatest, send your most recent record. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel I'm with you on that. Absolutely.
I talk to artists every week, and it's I'm very, very fortunate that we have a very, very, very nice viewership.
Yeah.
Every week, weekly. And then some days we don't even have celebrities. I'm a star. My panel is a star. Charlene's a star. Fisher Raleigh Boy is a star. We're all stars on this show.
Yeah, talk about just your cast. Like how many people are actually part of the show? I know you shouted out a few, but like, did you name them all yet?
It's a little tricky, but I'm gonna break it all down. With the people that's on the show, of course, it's Marty A. Johnson show. That's great. It's my name. I love that. However, there's people behind the scenes that make this train flow. First, I'm gonna start off with a Fisher Raleigh Boy. Fisher Raleigh Boy, he came with me to New London
Yeah, man. That's my guy. Big up to Raleigh boy, man. Word, he's dope.
So first of all, I would shout out him. He started the show with me from day one.
Mm-hmm.
He started off with me, and we were doing in-studio shows prior to the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Him and I was in the studio, and we were bringing guests, and we'd have hot topics. Anyhow, he was with me, he is still part of the show. Mm-hmm. He's one person that's on the show. Another person is Charlene. Charlene is the only female in the crew. Mm-hmm. She kind of puts a balance into everything. And the flip side about her is she's an artist. Mm. And we cut her too on the show.
Yeah.
So if we cut one of our own,
anybody,
now what do you think? Anybody, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks.
So that's them. And I'm gonna shout out JD too. JD, he's from New London. He's from JD DeBose. He lives in Atlanta, Georgia now. I'm in North Carolina. He's more the behind the scenes of the show. He really comes on the actual on screen every once in a while. However, every away show, he's with me.
Yeah.
Every single away show, he's with me, and we live in 2 different states. I really salute him. Yeah. Last but not least, as I mentioned, Lavelle, I always call my perfect attendance student. When Lavelle came on almost 2 years ago on the panel, he never left. He never missed a show. Never missed a show. And I salute them. And it's something for everyone. Our show is pretty much from, you can be 80 or 80. We'll play the classic old school. We'll play today's hip hop. A lot of times, since we have legends on the show, a lot of artists want to remake. They do a lot of covers. Anything from Alicia Keys to Beyonce, hip hop. So we have a little bit of everything. And again, some of the stage rappers too. So we play a little bit of everything and everything on the show. Some people come on the show and says, why are you playing all these old school people? I'm like, these are legends. They're legends. No, I'm like, know your hip hop. Little Flip is a legend.
Yeah.
Coolio is a legend.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they're coming on our platform. Sean Garrett is a legend. 112 is a legend. Yeah.
Best R&B groups ever. One of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they're all friends of the Marty A. Johnson show.
Yeah, fact.
And that's just last season.
So let's talk about the show a little bit. All right, so you talk about like you know, you critique music, you talk to artists and everything like that, and you center around like artists that you respect. Do you discuss any other topics on the show? You know, anything like just social?
It's real talking conversation.
Okay.
It's real talking conversation. We don't have interviews. It's real talking conversation.
Yeah.
Sometimes we focus on the music, but we always veer off. I don't get into politics, and that's not really my lane. Your beliefs is what you believe. Just don't sell it to me. I'm all about the music, because one thing for me, we all got bills. We all got problems. Wah. We all got that. Take a load off of 2 hours plus and let your hair down on the Marty A. Johnson show. Have a good time. Turn up. Turn all the way up. That's what we're about. High energy.
Yeah.
High energy. Have a good time.
So is the Marty A. Johnson show a weekly show, or like how often it comes on? How can people check it?
It's weekly, yes. Weekly. Every Tuesday. So every Tuesday night, you can even see it on Facebook Live. Every Tuesday night, 7:30.
7:30.
We are there.
Yeah. March 1st, the first episode of this new season. So you said Facebook Live. Is it on any other platforms as well?
YouTube.
YouTube.
You can see it. You can see it on YouTube also. Just subscribe. I'll tell you that later, but subscribe to the YouTube channel, because you might see it virtual, but there's live shows also.
Okay.
We filmed last year for the new season.
Okay.
We did a lot of in-person stuff. 112, BET Awards, Vegas, New York, Connecticut, my hometown, all in the pandemic. Atlanta, Georgia. All of this we're filming during the pandemic.
Yeah.
All for the new season. So you're going to see a lot of footage coming up on the YouTube channel of the live in person of the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes we still got to remember it's still a global crisis right now. I'm not trying to get sick for nobody.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. Hey, is the Marty A. Johnson show kind of like the extension of the Music Lounge show? Like, talk about the Music Lounge show, you know, and I mean, was that your first big like platform? You know, I know it's syndicated in many markets. You could tell everybody about that as well. Talk about that.
I love it. That's where it all started. I'm gonna never forget the Music Lounge. Mm-hmm. That was my kickoff in the industry.
Yeah.
I love that show. It lasted for 8 seasons. I wouldn't even be doing Marty A. Johnson show if it wasn't for the Music Lounge. Mm-hmm. We had trials and tribulations. One thing I learned from the Music Lounge coming into Marty A. Johnson show is my business. The Marty A. Johnson show is a little bit different because I feel like I'm more seasoned now. I'm more of a veteran. I know the game. I don't know it all, but I know enough to sustain.
Yeah.
I know a whole lot to sustain.
So at the height of the Music Lounge, how many markets were you guys in at its height?
At the peak of the Music Lounge, we was in select markets.
Yeah.
We was in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, LA, New York, and East Tennessee. That's major.
Yeah.
Someone from New London, Connecticut, Crystal Avenue, born and raised.
Yeah.
That's major. For me, that's major.
Nah, that's big time, bro. That's big time for real. You know,
I had almost half a million viewers every week.
Big time, man. That's dope right there. That's many people say that.
I made a lot of money. I had highs and lows. I made a lot of money. I had success. I definitely had my lows too. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's peaches and cream. Not.
Yeah.
It's definitely not peaches and cream.
Hey, to get syndicated in all those markets, how does it work? Like, what's the process work? Like, you reach out to them or they reach out to you?
No. Okay. Let me tell you the process. It's just like I'm using New London, my hometown. It's just like an athlete. If you're a good athlete or you're a good student in school and you're looking for colleges, universities, they're gonna come to you. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you put in the work, they're literally gonna come to you. I always tell everyone, do everything as it's your last. Every show I do, whether it's a celebrity that everyone knows or not a celebrity, I give it 119% each time. Yeah. Not because, there's no stars on the show, but to answer your question, if that's not the case, you have to get out there and work. Do the grind. Just because you posted something on Instagram does not mean you dropped the record. You got 19 likes, you think you popping. No, get out and work. Hit the market. Don't be scared to leave out your comfort zone and drive 3 hours. Let me give you a prime example. And I live in Raleigh, North Carolina. I have properties here. I have my own home here. Sorry, North Carolina. I don't get love here. I don't get a lot of love. I go to Atlanta. I go to LA. It's the Music Lounge all over again. They treat me like I'm at my peak.
I know it's like that for some reasons. Like people in your hometown, like you've been out in Raleigh for a minute. Like, people from your hometown don't love you enough. It's like, people from out of town. It's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? We kind of experienced that too on our own hands. But, I know exactly what you're talking about. But,
a lot of people want favors.
Yeah.
It's good. It's about building relationships. I'm going to use you and I, prime example. I'm going to use you. We're going to simplify it. I remember when you first started. And when you first started, I was like top of my game.
Yeah. Still
am, but I was about it. Anyhow, you just started out 92.9, and shout out to the person who brought us there. He told me about you. He's like, well, he's doing it in his apartment. I said, I don't care. I'm going.
Yeah, I respect that, man. Thank you. You know what I mean? You're one of our big interviews, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's love.
I said absolutely. Because I was that dude. I feel in some cases I'm still that dude. I still put the work in as is. I'm 22 years old, still at Shaw University, grinding, trying to make it.
Yeah. Because
the grind does not stop for nobody. When people tell me about their life situations, my girl, their baby mama, I don't care. I don't. Because there's 18 other people that have the same problem as you. They're not going to bring that on camera. I don't care. What you won't do, there's 20 people, others that will. Show your worth ethic. I don't care. I don't. because I got bills too. I'm not here for that. Do you want to do the show or not?
Yeah. We all got no problem.
That's how I am now. I wasn't like that before.
So how you like this current platform for the Marty A. Johnson in contrast to, you know, the Music Lounge and being syndicated? You know, like, what's the biggest difference for you, and do you prefer one or the other?
One thing with this show, good question. That's really a good question. One thing about the Music Lounge is I had a lot of success because at the time I had a major machine. I had a network behind me. I had a major network backing me.
Yeah.
However, when someone's backing me, they controlled the narrative. They controlled everything and everything. Marty A. Johnson show, I control my own narrative. It's more edgy. If I don't want to do a show, I'm not doing a show. Not because I'm obligated.
Yeah.
Right now, what's sustaining me right now is success of the Music Lounge. The show been on the air since 2016. I'm still getting a Music Lounge check. That says a lot.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, it's enough to pay my mortgage and then some.
Talk that talk, man. But yo,
it's all about the business.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My fault. Go ahead.
You go ahead. Go.
Oh no, I thought you was done now. I was just gonna say, like, do you ever see yourself ever pivoting back to TV? You know what I mean? At any point in the future?
I actually have. I actually received a few offers. I had a few conversations. One was do a popular reality show that's on the air right now. A major platform. I actually was going to do it. We was right there, and until they gave me my reality show. Well, most reality shows, they're called reality, but they're going to give you a script of your life. That makes sense?
Yeah.
We're going to take this portion. We're going to take this portion of your life, and this is your storyline. Part of my storyline was I want to focus on my show. Then part of my storyline was bring your son into it as a single dad. And I said, absolutely not. That's off limits.
Yeah.
To all the parents out there, to each his own, my kid's off limits. If he gets old enough, great. But in the meantime, that's not the move for the Johnson household.
Yeah.
But anyhow, that was one offer. A couple of networks did offer and talk to me. And again, it's about the business. I know what works for the business. You get a deal. There's a thing called taxes that people don't realize. I'm gonna use a small example. A network offered me almost $100,000. $100,000 to do a season. With that $100,000 to produce my whole season, you can't do it. To give them 12 quality shows on a syndicated network. They're gonna give me that $100,000, but here's the thing: of that $100,000, right off the back, $25,000 comes off. Well, well, 20. I'll say 30,000. That's Uncle Sam right off the bat. You don't realize that. That's Uncle Sam right off the bat.
Right in your pockets.
And then there's another $20,000 for my lawyers and agents and people that helped me get that deal. So now I'm stuck with $50,000.
Yeah.
And you want me to do multi-million-dollar productions and give you 20 shows. And then I'm upside down, and now I'm in debt. Now I got to do another season to try to recoup that money. Yeah, knowing the network is worth over almost $1 billion. Because I'm like, no, this is how much I need.
Yeah.
A lot of people see, a lot of artists are not. This thing we call someone can be a celebrity and not rich.
Oh, fast. Yeah. All day. That's the thing. Like, again, you talk about Uncle Sam, like, yo, like, you get taxed crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so everybody, like, look at the headlines and see what you get if it becomes public knowledge and you think, oh, they getting it. But then, all right, Uncle Sam over there tapping your pockets, like, what you got for me, homie? So, you know, it's kind of crazy, you know? So
it's called the music business.
Yeah.
A lot of artists, I come home to New London, my inbox is flooded. Flooded I'm like, you haven't talked to me in years and years and years. Just because you went to school with my brother, why do I need to meet you for?
Yeah.
Go through the process. I'm not here to do hookups. Listen to my music. For what?
Yeah.
Send me how come you never tapped into the Marty A. Johnson show? We do it every single week. Why you never tapped in then?
Yeah.
So I always tell people, be about your business. I'm about my business. And I'm more crucial, especially when they're from my hometown. When they're from my hometown, I'm being more crucial to them. I'm like, I'm from here. Game knows game.
Yeah.
You ain't that busy in New London, Connecticut. I'm not downplaying my hometown, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. You ain't that busy. Send me your best record.
Hey, you're not doing nobody a favor giving them fluff. You gotta tell them, give it to them real. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the music industry, man, it's a vicious machine out there, man. You put your stuff out to the masses and ain't up to par, you're gonna get slaughtered out there. So, you know, you got some people giving you the harsh truth that's actually helpful. You know, but most people take it the wrong way and he hating and all that, man. So I know exactly what you're talking about, man. So yo,
I love my hometown, but it's business now.
Yeah, I feel that. So, you know, we had you on for like our first interview, of course, when we first started in the apartment. You came through, much love for that. You know, but we haven't done like a sit-down interview in a minute, even though it's virtual right now. But, you know, just you ain't got to repeat everything you said in the first interview, but like kind of give everybody your background, how you got to where you got, you know what I mean? From, you know, leaving New London, going to Shaw University to actually getting, you know, the music lounge and to where you at right now.
To make a long story short, after I left New London, when I went to Shaw University, I majored in communication. That was my major. While I was in college, I was at WSHA, which is the radio station. At the radio station, I was the PA. I was the production assistant. Pretty much, I was the gopher. Go get them some coffee. Go get their donuts. Go make copies. I was that dude. I was that dude. I was in this radio station for a minute. One day, the host of the show did not show. They was fumbling, trying to find someone. I was like, I'll do it. And I done it. I blew them out the park. They was like, oh, you turned it on. I said, yeah. Anyhow, from there, they asked me to join and be part of the panel. I said no. I want to do my own show. Okay. I wanted to do that was my vision from the get-go. I want my own show. Then I create the music lounge. Then when I say grind, I grind. Grind. Finally got that call from Bad Boy. You're gonna get 1 million no's, but it only takes one yes. Absolutely. I got 73 no's. I live by that mantra. That's all it takes is one. That's all it does. You know what I mean? So talk about that. You know, you say you got the call from Bad Boy. Talk about that a little bit in depth. Once I got that call, it was the day before Halloween. I was about to go to class. Jason Wiley, shout out to Jason. I'm forever indebted and appreciative of that call. It changed my life. Marty, do you want this interview with Carl Thomas? This is Carl Thomas popping at his peak. When he's multi-platinum, this is that dude, Carl Thomas. Yeah. We did that interview, and I stuck with Bad Boy, built my resume, and said, ooh, I think I got something here. Let me get I put a pilot together. So now I had a product. I shopped it around. I made it look nice as I could. They was like, we're going to try you out. We're going to try you out. I got put on the local station. Still, I was like, okay, I'm still trying to do it. I teamed up with someone. Even though I had the brand already. I teamed up with him. I'm not going to lie. He actually took me to the next level. He was the one person that told me the truth, which meant was I had a great product. I had horrible production. Everyone else would tell me, you're great, you're nice, you're good. He was the one person who told me, no, it's not good. This is why you're not making that bag. In a nutshell. Yeah. That's what he told me. He's like, you got this, let's team up. I don't think we teamed up. I was a little apprehensive because I kept hearing, it's great, you're great. Then that one person on the side, I'm like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? I said, okay, let me try you out. Tried him out. Our chemistry in the beginning was magical. He took me to the next level. He challenged me as a host and put me in situations where I had to step my game up. For example, we would go to the Country Music Awards. Okay, how you gonna figure this out? Boom. Put me on the red carpet. Hey girl, you wearing that outfit, blah, blah, blah. Let me figure it out. He challenged me to do something. It took me out of my comfort zone.
Right.
That's a nice way of saying. He took me out that comfort zone and he put the product out. That's how I got that syndication deal. With the syndication deal, follow the story real quick. When the syndication deal, he helped me secure a bag. Mm. With that bag, the person who helped me secure the bag helped destroy the show. That same person who took me to the next level and created this beautiful product, the Music Lounge of Marty A. Johnson, was the same person who tore it down. At the time, I blamed him. In hindsight, I really blame myself because I was so codependent on that person, meaning he was behind the scenes. He knew the production. He knew how to make the show look from a 4 to a 9.
Yeah.
You know, I took me not a 10, 8, 9. Mm-hmm. So I was so codependent on him. And then when we got that big deal, I got a 6-figure deal. I got a deal. I got my syndication. Well, I did get a deal. I did secure a nice deal. What the objective was, just like an artist in the album, you take this money, you invest it back in the product, and you go back and renegotiate and get more money. Did that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we went out, got that money. We had a meeting and said, okay, this is where we need to do to get that 7-figure back. We was literally on the cusp. So that's where we're at.
Okay.
So we're all trying to secure that bag. And I'm just saying to myself, wow.
So what caused like the downward spiral between your relationship with him? What caused that?
Egos, jealousy. If I get a deal, prime example, I use small numbers, $100,000 net. Everyone got their money. It's $100,000. Oh, we're gonna split this 50-50, right? No. I created this show. Take this money I'm giving you and wait until we get the bigger deal. Is this making sense to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, how much money are you getting? Why? Stop worrying about what I'm getting. You're getting a lot of money. Hell, you're getting $35,000 for 3 months worth of work. $35,000. For 3 months worth of work. Basically, we're producing the show. He didn't want to do it. So what happened was he wasn't showing up to shows. He was really just bashing me. Like, you need me. And at the time, I was really codependent on that person.
Yeah.
I was really depending on that person, and they never showed up. They never showed up. And I was just so disappointed in myself when I went back to the network. It was, well, in a nutshell, more of the story is we're not going to renew your contract. And we're not going to pay you because you're in breach of your contract. I said, okay, now we got a legal battle.
Yeah.
Now we have a legal battle. Now I got to hire attorneys. I got to go to the legal battle. Like, no, I fulfilled my obligation. It may not be the shows that you wanted, but I still made, even though the behind the scenes wasn't making appearances, Marty A. Johnson was still making appearances for the show because it was a big machine. And from there, that's how the show did not. And again, now I blame myself. I really can't be mad no more because I was so codependent on that person.
Yeah.
And those people, not necessarily one person. So it was people. It was other people, not just one person. It was multiple people that really, really was all out They didn't really get the gist of it. It's like, look, just come make this run. You don't have to pay for no flight. You don't have to do nothing. Just come on. Well, if you're doing all this, you got money. I'm like, you get money. Stop.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I wasn't blackballed, but it gave people a bad negative connotation of me. Oh, Marty, people's not showing. So what the first name comes out, Marty, that's me.
Yeah.
So I took in 2016, I had to take time off. Lawsuits happened. A lot of disagreements happened because I had to fight to get what was owed to me in my contract. Years. It took years to get my money. I didn't get all of it. I was like, okay, let's just, at the time I was like, okay, I need to move on with my life. Let's just settle. Give me a check once a month for X amount of years. Just give me my money. Yeah. So in a nutshell, we settled. We just settled because I don't want to go through all that because it's a lot. Who wants to go to court? I don't. What black man want to go to court?
Not one. Real.
Who wants to go to court? I don't.
Nah, absolutely not. So any outside of the Marty A. Johnson show, do you got any projects you working on? Like any side projects you got going on?
Right now, I'm in talks of now. Man, people, I get so many calls about managing artists. I was like, I don't know if I want to manage artists because I'm a little needy myself. I'm a little needy myself. The Marty A. Johnson show keeps me busy. It keeps behind the scenes very busy. Yeah. Even though it says Marty A. Johnson, it's a lot of work to do a weekly show. Booking celebrity guests, getting our travels, getting our schedule. Marty A. Johnson is an entity. And people might just say my name. No, Marty A. Johnson show is a brand. It's a whole corporation. And we have to move as such. Yeah. I say this every week, and I go by what I say. You can say what you want. We are a top tier show. And just for the last season, I'm very, very fortunate from the last season of the success of last season. I'm like, wow, people are very receptive of coming back on the show in a pandemic. Yeah. The pandemic actually helped the Marty A. Johnson show. It actually helped. I'm grateful for the pandemic, but I'm not.
I know you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like we can take some positive, you turn the negative to positive. You got some positives to come out of it. You know what I mean?
So we were doing in studio shows. We were doing in studio shows. And I'm not getting a lot of stuff coming in studio. When the pandemic happened, I was like, how can we be creative? How can we be creative? And I don't literally have a Rolodex, but I said, let me go to my contact list. You want to come on the virtual and do an interview with us? You want to come on to have some conversation with us? Of course, Marty, you know we rocks with you. 112, you want to come on the show? Absolutely. Hey, Karen White, you want to come on the show? Absolutely. Cooley, you want to come on? I know Coolio's personal phone number. Yeah. I know Gorilla Black's personal phone number. I know 112's personal phone number. I don't publicize it a lot. That's just about building good relationships. And then from there, other people rock with the show.
Do the fans get to interact like during the middle of the show? Do the fans get to interact at all, or just like
it's a live call-in? You can call in live to the show.
Okay.
When we do the show, it is live, 100% live. There's no take twos. There's no do-overs. Wherever it happens, happens. The artists better bring their A game. Yeah. And the panel too. Man. If the panel don't bring their A game, I don't care if you're a Fisher Raleigh boy. I don't care if you're LaBelle. And I don't care if you're Charlene. Goodbye. I learned that now. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to take the show to the next level. If you want to take this ride with me, we're there. If you got your hidden agendas, I don't need you. Because right now, the show's on the cusp of going to the next level. That's what I'm more excited about. Okay. And a lot of people now want to get on the train. I'm like, where was you at 2 seasons ago?
Feel that. Hey, and you always show love to New London, man. You always repping New London. You always show love out here. Like, do you have any for the upcoming season? I know if I'm not mistaken, I think you said you already recorded all your episodes for this upcoming season. Do you have any art from
we filmed a lot. We filmed a lot. We still do shows all season.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was just gonna get at like, do you got any like New London artists or anybody from New London coming up? I know you did a tribute for New London, you know what I'm saying? In the past, stuff like that all the time. Yeah, I'm just asking for the time.
Here's the opportunity right now. Every Tuesday, please, New London, Connecticut, pay attention. First, every Tuesday on the Marty, for the month of February, this is what we're doing, gearing up for the new season. And again, this is free, Free. Please listen. Any artist that taps into the Marty A. Johnson Show, we're going to critique it, and you have an opportunity in April to open up for Mr. Cheeks or Changing Faces or Miss Chalet. And it's a paid gig. It's a paid gig. And every week, my gang won't cut you off. Every week, I'm gonna tell you what I say on the Marty A. Johnson Show. And if you think I'm lying, pull up the footage on YouTube. I say this every week. Where's my people from New London at? I would love someone from my hometown to get in this thing and I can ride for it. Because what I'm not looking for someone with so. I want the best records. If you're not gonna play this for a major record label, surely don't send it to Marty Anthony Johnson. Because we are a top tier show. I say that all the time. And when the heavyweights come on the show, first thing they say, Marty and his crew know what they're talking about. Yeah, y'all need to listen up.
So yo, like for those, I'm sure you came across some records you probably thought was fire. Like, did any of those artists actually blow up after getting the I guess co-sign from you guys, or actually getting a thumbs up, like y'all rock with it? Did anybody take off after being on the show, as an artist?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Prime example: you can be a dope artist, but you can be difficult to work with. Not showing up, bad work ethic. I'd rather have someone with just a little bit of potential that wants it versus the most talented artist that's late, they can't make it. I set a lot of situations up with people, even our own New London's own Jay Beats, Joshua Adams.
My dog Jay, what up?
Yeah, he just came on the show, and when I talk to him, half the time we don't even talk about music. We chop it up, regular talk.
Yeah.
I set up a situation for an artist with him. And they made me look bad. I'm like, did you do your research? I set everything up. You're dope, but you didn't follow through. But one of the things is we set up the opportunity for the artist. The rest is up to the artist.
Yeah.
We set up and I give them a consultation like, look, we can go there. This is what you need to do. It's okay to be in the mix. A lot of artists focus on getting on a stage, performing. I'm like, you on the red carpet with me at the BET Awards. What are you complaining about? You here. You here. Damn. You on the airplane with me, and we're in Los Angeles, California. What are you mad for? This ain't your lane. You're here. It's all that matters. Play your position.
Yeah, some people got like a sense of entitlement you gotta deal with, man. You're dealing with different type of egos and different personalities, man. It could be a headache, man. I feel you. Absolutely, man.
I look for artists that are workable. And I listen, what makes you different from someone else? One thing, especially from my hometown, again, I love my hometown. The first thing I hear a lot, and they get mad when you tell them, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like your record. They're ready to pop off. No, have a respectful conversation. You too grown, we're too grown for that.
Yeah.
I don't like your record. How can I present this? You're on the radio. People give you a record, want you to play. I'm like, bro, how can you play this with all this cussing, all the N-words? I'm like, come on.
Now, I tell artists all the time, like, yo, if you want me on the radio, man, first of all, you gotta have a clean record, man. We play the cuss words, man. Hey, yo, we can't be over here cleaning everybody's record, you know what I'm saying? So now I feel you gotta be
spend extra money and spend the extra $50, $100 to get it on the radio, to get it presented. Yeah. I'm not here to do that. I want someone that's red tea. And if they need a consultation, I would love for someone from my hometown. I'm not even gonna co-sign on but there are some people that from that do tap in. I'm not gonna lie, they do tap in a lot. There's some people from New London, they tap in, and I do appreciate. However, they get the truth. They get the truth, bro. I don't like it. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, I don't. But I'm getting on my plane the next morning, and we're going to Atlanta, Georgia, and be on 112. Where are you going? You punching the clock. No disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
But it's reality. I'm like, okay, I'm about to go be with a Grammy Award winner. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's a lot of talent out here in New London, but yeah, somebody give you constructive criticism, man, ain't necessarily hate, man. I feel that. Hey, let's talk about like some of your past interviews. Like, what is like your favorite interview you might have had, and your most awkward interview you might have had through the years?
Through the years, we've been here all day. I would tell one of my. Sometimes people look for like the big names.
Mm-hmm.
The crazy thing about it, one of my favorite guests is the singer Shanice.
Shanice, I love your smile.
Your smile. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. I met that girl 15 years ago.
Yep.
15 years ago. Have a great relationship. Entertainment relationship. Every time I call her and her peoples, never tells me no. Marty, I would love to come on. Mm-hmm. I'm here to support. I love people like that. One of my best people, 112. Slim, Mike. Those are my guys. Mm-hmm. Went down to Atlanta, Georgia. This is December, last month. A couple of months ago, excuse me.
Yeah.
Soon we pulled up. Showed us a lot of love, and Slim came. Matter of fact, it's on YouTube now. Check it out. Marty A. Johnson Show. He showed us a lot of love. Here's tickets to the show in Savannah. Y'all want to come with Keith Sweat? We're performing. We can't make it. No problem. Call me. Those are my guys.
Yeah.
Those are my best. However, interviews I don't like, people come on the show looking for a moment. Because they know we're top tier.
Yeah.
Looking for a moment to pop off. I'm like, you say that for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
They ready to come on my show and our show acting like a buffoon. I'll give you a banana, you monkey, and get off my show.
Yeah.
You're looking for a moment. I don't like people like that. They come in. Some artists I don't like. Some people my pet peeve for someone come on unprepared. Mm-hmm. When they come on the Marty A. Johnson Show. One, you didn't do your research because you're not gonna get them scripted, safe answers. We going in. It's top tier. Why are you coming on the show chopping gum? You didn't know you coming on here with 300 people watching Marty A. Johnson Show live every week. You didn't know you was coming on a major platform looking like this. Come on, sis. You didn't go see your girl put something on. Come on. Mm-hmm. So those are the type of artists I don't like. But I have a lot of favorites. Every week.
What's your dream interview that you haven't been able to lock in just yet? And like, name some artists that have been kind of elusive for you that you wanted to interview. It may not necessarily be a dream interview, but somebody, you know what I mean, that you want to get and kind of been kind of elusive. Like, talk about that a little bit.
Good question. For the new season. Mm-hmm. For the new season, we are trying to switch it up a little bit. Because it's the Legends edition. We reached out to some people that we reached out before, and we had schedule conflicts. We had a little bit of schedule conflicts, and when we reached back out to them, this is even over the weekend, they get back to us and like, oh, your show's really popping. We don't know. We don't know. But you want names though, huh? You want some names.
I ain't gonna put you on a hot seat like that. I mean, if you prefer to give names, that'd be great. If not,
well,
it's all good. I know
you have to ask. You gotta ask. This is Marty A. Johnson. You gotta ask directly. Give me some names.
Give me names then. Name names, brother.
Oh, sure. You gotta ask. You don't get. Look, that's media 101. You gonna get what you ask for. You gotta be direct with me.
Yeah, I hear that.
Got an email today. Which I got receipts for days. Got an email today. Big Boy from Outkast.
Oh, big boy, yeah, man.
Right. One of my first time I've been to the Stankonia studios. The team knows who I am. Yeah, invited me to the VIP parties and all this stuff. Yeah, sure. Dre, which is the government. Yeah, he'd do. Big Boy would do. Sorry, his name is Twan.
Twan, yeah, Twan, yeah.
My bad. Twan's his name. Sorry. Yeah. He would do the interview. What's your budget? What? Tell Dre I'll pay him no mind. Tell Big Boy I'll pay him no mind. That does happen today. I'm like, last season y'all wanted to do the show.
Mm-hmm.
Now that was literally today.
Hey, yo, before you go on, like, yo, what's the most like obscene amount that somebody asks as far as like a budget? Like, yo, you want me on your platform, you gotta pay X amount. Like, did you ever receive some like just some crazy bogus number, bananas number? You know what I mean? That he's like, yo.
Well, for first off, Marty A. Johnson show won't pay nobody, not even Oprah.
Mm-hmm. Word.
You don't pay for interviews.
Nah.
If you have to pay for an interview, you're doing something wrong. You don't pay people for interviews. I never heard that, but some people are that desperate, they will.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people just don't know the business.
Yeah. Well, like, well, you know, did somebody throw out some crazy number though? You just like kind of just like laughed at like, yo, this person's out.
Matter of fact, yes.
Yeah.
And artist, she even Adina Howard. She said, give me 2,500. Girl, give me 2,500.
Adina Howard asked for 2,500.
Yeah, I'll show you the email.
She feel like she just dropped a freak like me at that time period. That's crazy.
I don't care if she dropped it yesterday.
Yeah.
I won't even give her 2,500 pennies.
Yeah, man.
I was like, no. But typically, typically we don't get that.
Yeah. But when booking artists, like, do you normally deal with like the publicist, the manager, or do you deal with the artist directly? The majority of interviews.
It's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of both. Sometimes I'll be positive first. Sometimes the artists reach out to me directly, DM me. The group Next, they're friends of the show. They reached out to me directly. They wanted to get on the show. CeCe Peniston, she reached out to me directly. Who else reached out to me? Someone reached out to me directly. I'm like, oh, hey girl, let's work something out quickly.
Yeah.
Some of them also we go through their camp also. A lot of times we do go through their camp because some of the artists don't know their schedule because it's so when they got handlers, stuff like that. Person like me, people handle my business, but I'm right there. I know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But to answer your question, it's a mixture of both. Sometimes if I'm cool with the artist, if an artist, let's say today, I posted up on my page Slim from 112, just a promo clip of the time we spent in Atlanta. Let's just say if Kelly Rowland say, hey Marty, we like the work. Guess what? Hey girl, what's up? Thank you for the reply. How about you come on the show?
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. I get something like that. Okay, you extend the olive man, so I'm gonna gravitate right off that.
I don't know if you answered. I don't know if you answered though. Like, who's your dream interview though? You told me. I think I kind of hit you with like a multi-layered question, so maybe you just probably just like kind of forgot about it. But like, who's your dream interview?
Dream interview,
huh? Yeah.
Dream interview.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I'm just so in the. Each time I'm so in the moment. I'm always so in the moment. I'm always like, what's next? What's next? Who's next? Who's next?
Okay.
I'm so happy when anyone replies back.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had to pick, I would love to sit down. I want to be someone that be like one of the first that do something. I don't want to be just like that regular interview. Let's say if something crazy happened. Let's just say Beyonce said, allegedly, I'm gonna say alleged, because I'm getting sued. Let's say Beyonce allegedly faked her first pregnancy, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be that first person to have that sit down.
Get that scoop. Mm-hmm.
I want to be that one to get that exclusive on a hot story. If Oprah says she's retiring, I want to be that first one she sits down with.
Yeah.
I'm all about that, the moment.
Did you pattern your interview style after anybody, or you just like, you know, cause when I do interviews, I like to just do interviews like we having a conversation, you know, and I take it that you do the same thing, but like, is there anybody out there who you kind of look towards like, yo, maybe I could like, you know, tighten up in this area because like this particular interviewer does this, and this, like anybody in particular?
No, honestly, no. What I do is I play it back. Mm-hmm. Every show that we do, whether it's live, in person, whether it's virtual, I play it back. I'll watch it back. Mm-hmm. I just did an interview last night, a live show promoting the new season. I watched it back a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, okay, I did great here. Because you are your own worst critic for yourself.
Yeah.
So I really can't, I try to not compare myself to no one because I'll have a hard time if I'm not them. I critique myself, or I listen to the team, and say, slow down, get your enunciations, or this was great. I listen very well.
Okay.
I listen when people have something to say, people that I know have the show's best interests at heart. If it's some random that never tuned into the show, I really don't care.
Yeah. So now that's dope. Like your team can actually talk to you when you actually like, yo, be reciprocal with it. Like, you know what I mean? You just take it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's dope. So yo, I had you on here for about an hour, bro. I ain't trying to take all your time, man. Like, yo,
you can get me on long
about the upcoming season. Like, give everybody your info. You know what I mean? Give everybody anyway. They can get a hold of Marty A. Johnson and catch that Marty A. Johnson show. Talk about that before we wrap it up.
Marty A. Johnson. Right? Every Tuesday night is the Marty A. Johnson show. That's our staple. Tuesday night, 7:30 is the Marty A. Johnson show. If you go to martyajohnson.com, all up-to-date information, follow me on Facebook or just follow the page, Marty A. Johnson. You'll see a picture with me and Teddy Riley. There's about 3 other pages that says Marty A. Johnson. The one with me and Teddy Riley is me. If I know you, send me a message. Say what's up. I'll say what's up back. I don't want to talk about your music. Go to my camp. Okay, piggyback, I'm sorry. If you want to be a guest on the Marty A. Johnson show, go to martyajohnson.com. But if you want your music live on the show, please send it to martyajohnson4@gmail. martyajohnson4@gmail.com.
The number 4 or 4 spelled out?
The number 4. The number 4.
Okay.
martyajohnson4@gmail. If you inbox me and want to go back and forth in the inbox, the music's not going to be good. Why ain't going through the host? Go through the process. If you go through all that and get directly to me, 9 times out of 10 is never good. I'm like, okay, this is not going to end well on the show. But the new season is March 1st. But in the meantime, for February, if you're an artist, you could have an opportunity to get a paid gig to open up for Mr. Cheeks, who is a legend. Changing faces. Them girls are legends. Michelle A, she's legendary.
I don't mind. You change your face, man. It has some dope records, man.
Oh yeah, public announcement.
Yeah.
But I would love someone from my hometown to be a part of it. And just tap in. If you want to be a guest on the Marty A. Johnson show and you got a good talk game, you have about good vibes and good energy, just hit me up at martyajohnson4@gmail. Tell me about yourself. Yeah, because you know me, it's a whole different energy when it's showtime. I'm about my business.
Yeah.
We are a top tier show and we handle ourselves appropriately. I'm not going to just put you on the look for a moment. You got to be good for yourself and for the show. If not, I'll talk to you in the comments.
Yeah. So yo, Nalani, you hear that? You know what I mean? Marty A. Johnson, he always open to helping his own hometown out here, man. So you got an opportunity to open up for some legends. And I believe you should take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? If you're really trying to do something with your
and it's for free. I want to tell you one thing.
Free.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Please, artists, do not pay people on these social media platforms to listen to your records. Marty A. Johnson show do not do that. I want to say this real quick. Let me take my time telling you this.
You got it, Marty?
All right. I see a lot of shows reviewing music. Marty A. Johnson show review music. Someone let me know right now who reviews music for free and has multi-platinum artists consistently on their platform, Grammy Award winners consistently on their platform, multi-platinum producers consistently, celebrity guests consistently. What platform did you know? But the Marty A. Johnson show. And does big numbers.
Yeah.
These people be charging, and the crazy thing about it, the artists be paying it. If you're feeling generous, I'm Marty A. Johnson 2 on Cash App. Sorry, but it is what it is.
Hey, I'll take it. You're like, yo, I'll take it if you're gonna send it. But yeah, I feel you.
Of course, you send me a couple dollars. I'm gonna say what you want to hear. It's wonderful. It's great. It's the best. I'm gonna lie to you, of course.
Word, man.
When you got good music, needs no explanation. I always say that. Let the record play. If you guys send the music to me and you gotta give me a whole dissertation in a paragraph, okay. Let the record play.
Yeah.
Just let the record play. Let me tell you about this. I'm like, pause. If the record's good, it's gonna explain itself. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
So please, artists, please do not, especially for my hometown, don't pay these jokers, especially when they're not credible. First thing you need to tell them is what makes you different. What celebrities been on your platform? What multi-platinum producers been on your platform? I promise you, none. But Marty A. Johnson show has. And I don't charge. I can charge top billing and can get it. And I ain't gonna charge $20. It'd be more than that.
Charge a Dina Powell prices. I'm joking, but yeah, man. No, I'm joking.
And I can get it.
Yeah, you guys absolutely get it, man. Hey, yo, man. So, when next time you come back up to London, man? Next time you come back up top to the hometown, man. When you coming back?
I'm actually coming back in August. I know I'm coming in August. That's guaranteed. The first week in August, I am coming up there. August 5th, 6th, and 7th.
So, yo, do London, man. Marty A. Johnson, even though he down in Raleigh, North Carolina, man, he be repping London to the, you know what I mean, to the fullest, man. You always trying to look out for talent out here, man.
Always.
He's definitely a resource that you need to, you know what I mean, utilize, man. He could do a lot for you if you come correct, though. And he telling you,
Thank you.
The whole premise of the old interview was like, yo, don't come with no half-ass bull-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got to be on your A game. Don't sing your latest, sing your greatest. You know what I'm saying? Anything else you want to say to the people before you wrap this thing up, Marty?
Absolutely. I want to say, if you support me, I appreciate the support. If you want to get to know me, please follow me on everything, especially Instagram, Marty A. Johnson. You would get me directly. And I want to shout out my people behind the scenes. Don't shout out Fisher Raleigh Boy. You know, I love that dude. He's been with me from day one. We got some things we're working out. I appreciate Charlene. She helps me out in the background. She told me she ain't leaving till the wheels fall off. She ain't leaving till I leave the show. and she's still trying to bring me back in. Come on, you sure you want? She said, "You sure you want to turn off the lights?" And Lavelle, I appreciate the consistency. And JD, you know I love you, bro. You live in Atlanta, Georgia, and you fly out to every single show with me. And anyone else have love for me, brother's name on the show. Even just, I get inboxes, I get DMs. I appreciate it. I love everyone who support me. And if you got love for your boy, tap into Marty A. Johnson show. Send me an inbox tonight, even on Facebook or Instagram at Marty A. Johnson. Tell me you're tuning in. And holla at your boy and send me some music, Marty A. Johnson 4. And I appreciate you, and you're doing very well.
Thanks a lot, brother, man. Likewise, man. You know what I mean? We build each other up, man. You've been doing this far longer than me, man. It's just great to have you on the platform, brother. You know what I'm saying? Just anything you need. Hopefully, when you come up in August, man, you just drop in for an in-person, man. You know what I'm saying? So
it's already on the calendar. I'm coming.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hang on one second, yo. We about to get back to the music now. Marty A. Johnson on his own. Make sure you check out the Marty A. Johnson show every Tuesday night.
7:30 p.m.
Yeah, there you have it, man. Let's go. We off here.